All right, Suzanne, it is a pleasure to have you in the class of 2017 for the top 25 entrepreneurs. You are an amazing woman in such a non-traditional field, and tell us about your work and a little bit about your backstory and how you got there.
So I've been practicing law for, I guess it's about 27 years now, so it's a very long time. I actually started in the pharmaceutical industry, and through my work in the pharmaceutical industry, I became interested in law, went to law school, and the rest is history. I'm a founding partner at Coughlin Duffy. We started in 2004.
Oh.
We founded the firm in 2004, so we're about 13 years old now.
Okay.
Prior to that, I'd worked at another large New Jersey firm, and prior to that, I'd clerked for a federal court judge. I've been litigating my entire career, and my focus is on the representation of insurance companies, both domestically and internationally, in large multi-party disputes.
So a woman partner of a law firm, you don't hear about that too. It's I'd say rather rare, right? It's an industry that's hard, and I know that you're balancing a lot of different roles as a mom. Tell us, how have you managed to successfully build this amazing career of yours? What have been some tips?
So, first of all, you have to have a great support network. And I give my husband a huge amount of credit because from day one, we talked about things. We actually met in law school. We kind of forged our paths together, talked about obviously having a family and how that was going to work. And he was super encouraging about my career and wanting me to pursue my career. I think some of the things that worked for me is we chose to live close to where I worked so that I could, it's all about striking a balance.
Right.
And to this day, it's about striking a balance. So we chose to live close to the office so that I could still do all the things that I wanted to do as a mom, go to the school plays and go to the parent-teacher conferences and help the kids when they were sick, that sort of thing, without feeling like I was always having to take a day off from work or missing too much. And we just took it one day at a time. And here we are. Our youngest is going off to college in the fall. And so it worked.
Oh, well, I say it has, but I understand the struggles. And I think a lot of the women who come through leading women also empathize with this balancing act and how difficult and challenging it can be. So congratulations on getting through all of it so successfully.
Well, some days we're more successful than others. But
right, exactly. Some days it's like, thank God the cameras aren't on.
Right.
So in terms of what inspires you to keep moving forward, has there been a person or any resource that you've continued to look to for inspiration?
Well, again, my family has been, my dad was a great role model. My husband has been very encouraging. So those are kind of some foundational roots that I always go back to. But I feel very fortunate that, yes, in a heavily male-dominated industry that to this day is heavily male-dominated, notwithstanding the number of women graduating from law school, the law firms that I chose to work with were very progressive in providing women with opportunity. And I think that if women are provided with opportunity and you're willing to take advantage of those opportunities, you can do whatever you want with your career. So I do credit a number of my partners who have also served as mentors to me that, allowed me to maintain that balance that I needed to maintain in my personal life, but at the same time have challenging work and be able to grow in the practice. And you're right, there aren't that many women that stick it through when their children are young, particularly in the litigation, because it can be so demanding on your time. So you really do have to have a strong support network both at home and at the office. Okay,
so advice that you would give to younger women who are getting into law?
Advice, I would say be yourself. Create your relationships based on who you are. Don't try to say, just because it's a male-dominated world, I have to read up on the sports page every day and learn how to talk sports. Form relationships with people based on mutual interests. Such a large part of our practice is focused on marketing. That's why I say that. Take advantage of all the opportunities that are given to you. Get to know people in the workplace. I find that one of the biggest mistakes young women make is that they're very organized. They come to work, they do their work, they work through lunch, they leave, and then sometimes they find themselves missing those interpersonal relationships in the workplace, focus on those because they are an important part of business. You can't underestimate the value that they may have down the road.
Absolutely. Relationships are everything.
Right. The other thing I would say is take it one day at a time, because sometimes it can become overwhelming. And I've tried to counsel a lot of younger women about don't get overwhelmed, set yourself a time frame and reassess where you are in your work life and your personal life. Let's say it's 3 months or 6 months, and then more often than not, they work through that rough patch and then they're happy they stayed.
Yeah.
The other thing is keep your foot in the door. If you just decide you want to take some, scale back or take some time off, don't completely exit
Right.
what you're doing and what you love doing. Keep your foot in the door in one way or the other, because, the days are long, but the years are short. And then you find yourself, like I am, a soon-to-be empty nester, saying, boy, I'm really glad I have my career.
Yes, absolutely. Such powerful advice. I hope young kids everywhere are listening to that, because I couldn't agree more. All right, so last question. Our event theme this year is being the change. How do you envision yourself being the change?
So one of the things I'm most proud of is that not only am I a partner in a law firm, but I'm the managing partner of our law firm. And so there are very few of us in the state of New Jersey that are managing partners. And I consider myself at the forefront of the legal industry in that sense. I'm very grateful that I have that opportunity, but I think that it sends a powerful message to other women that not only can you succeed as a partner, but you can also succeed as a leader in your organization. I think women have great leadership skills, know how to manage and build consensus among people, have great communication skills, a great way to be transparent and get the firm's message across.
Right.
So I would like to consider myself as someone who can affect change in the New Jersey legal industry by being a role model to others and letting people know that you can achieve that status in a law firm and be a leader even though you're a woman.
You have just positioned yourself in a remarkable way, and without question, you will be a role model to so many other young women, saying, especially through our platform, we hope to showcase your story to thousands of people who dream to do what you're doing so well. So congratulations on all your success, and we can't wait to celebrate you on October 16th at the Liberty House.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be included.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Linda.